If you want something done right, do it yourself. You might have said that before, you might have heard somebody say that. But today's question is, does that apply to financial planning? Heath Grossman here, Johnson Brunetti's Money Wisdom Question Series. Today we're tackling the question of the pros and cons of do-it-yourself financial planning. Let's talk about some of the pros of do-it-yourself financial planning. Top of that list is what you would expect, lower fees. Very important to make sure that the fees on your investments are not too high, and we certainly agree with that. Number 2 on that list is control. A lot of folks out there have always managed their investments themselves. They get themselves to retirement, and even though the stakes are bigger at that point in their lives, they still have a little bit of a trouble giving up control of managing their investments. Let's talk about some of the cons of do-it-yourself financial planning. Top of the list is time. Many of the folks that we speak with and work with, when they retire or if they're already retired, want to make sure that they have enough time to live their lifestyle and travel and spend time with their family and their grandchildren, right? One of the things to ask yourself is, do you have enough time to really be managing properly your assets? Next thing is, if you're doing it yourself, are your options limited? As an individual investor, certainly you have access to tons of stocks and mutual funds that are out there, but are you limiting your scope of available tools and strategies that might be available to you if you were working with a competent financial advisor? Next is the lack of a coach. Really, when it comes down to it, if you're doing things yourself, you don't have any type of coach or sounding board. Think about some of the most successful athletes and business people out there. Tiger Woods, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. Do those folks have a coach? Absolutely they do. One of the most important things that we help people out with is being a sounding board and being somebody that they can talk to and keeping their emotions in check. Oftentimes people get too emotional with their investments, certainly when they're going down in value and might do things that are against their self-interest, or also the greed that might happen when investments are going up. We help people keep that greed in check to a certain degree. And finally, is it as comprehensive as it can be if you're managing things yourself? As an individual investor, you might be very astute in regards to researching stocks and mutual funds and exchange traded funds, but are you thinking about all aspects of your financial life? Taxes, estate planning, distribution planning. Oftentimes, if you're working with a very competent, holistic financial planner, you're making sure that all bases are covered in terms of your full financial plan.